From the block to the world. ILCA. Globa, victoria, se siente el flow. ILCA dreams everywhere we go. Y se take keys, open every door. We building wealth forevermore.
Gloria, victoria, tenemos rival. Knowledge más vision, ese es el deal. From Miami Nights to the world we rise. Future bright in our eyes.
Desde la arena hasta la ciudad, education turned into propiedad. Brandon Ivey abrió el camino. Manita, casa, fuerza y destino. Anthony moviendo la misión. Chante Kelly trae dirección. Darrell Porter firme también. Community power otra vez. From the classroom grind to the summit stage, we turn knowledge into generational page. No more waiting, we step in bold. Tokenized dreams turning into gold.
We rise together. Together we rise. Knowledge is power. Wealth in our lives.
La victoria, se siente el flow. ILCA dreams everywhere we go. Esta the keys, open every door. We building wealth forevermore.
La victoria, memorial low. Knowledge is vision, ese es el deal. From Miami Nights to the world we rise. Future bright in our eyes.
Afrobeat bounce, them bow tight. We celebrating legacy tonight. From Africa to the Caribbean Sea. Global community energy. No es suerte, es dedicación. Cada paso creó la nación. We studied, we built, we came this far. Now the future glowing like a star.
Move with the rhythm, feel the sound. We built this life from the ground. From belief to ownership flow. Global wealth now grow.
Oh, la victoria, hands in the sky. ILCA dreams never die. It's the future, open wide. We touch tomorrow side by side.
La victoria, hear the beat. From the sand to the city street. Unity strong, future clear. This is wealth and it's here.
ILCA. Global victoria.
Oye, ILCA, esta pa'l futuro, yeah, del bloque pa'l chain, móntate. Desde Miami a PR, se sintió la vibra, la comunidad se encendió. Aquí no hay quien se retire de la pantalla al mundo real. Sueños ya se hicieron gol, ILCA y estate pa' siempre los bols. Hicimos historia, fiesta en cada esquina. Tocan en la mano, renta llena en la tarima. Mike Hamilton nos abre esa puerta. Conocimientos, no estrategia, riqueza descubierta.
Sube el beat, siente el poder. Knowledge first, now we prosper. Sube el ritmo, no hay perder. Future bright, pura vida.
Desde Miami a PR se sintió la vibra, la comunidad se encendió. Aquí no hay quien se retire de la pantalla al mundo real. Sueños ya se hicieron gol, ILCA y estate pa' siempre los boles. Hicimos historia, fiesta en cada esquina. Tocan en la mano, renta llena en la tarima. Mike Hamilton nos abre esa puerta. Conocimiento de estrategia, riqueza descubierta.
Sube el beat, siente el poder. Knowledge first, now we prosper. Sube el ritmo, no hay perder. Future bright, pura vida.
Ultan billete, blockchain, todo pa' la cima. ILCA, esta la vida se anima. Del zoom a la vida real, pa' siempre la sombra. Esto nunca se acabó, esto nunca se acabó. Esto nunca se acabó. No es suerte, es educación. Futuro construido con dedicación. De Puerto Rico al mundo entero. Esta revolución suena como concierto. Reggaetón en el aire, tropa en la corriente. Y esto te lo activo. Y el salamento, propiedad tokenizada. Renta que repite, generational wealth. Al mundo lo invite. Knowledge over fear, unity over doubt, ownership for all. Let's go! propiedad. Billete blockchain, para el futuro, sin miedo, siempre para adelante.
Hey, from the black to the world, ILCA,
Golden Victoria, se siente flow. ILCA dreams everywhere we go. Esta keys open every door. We building wealth forevermore.
Global Victoria, Gloria.
Ritmo real, knowledge plus vision. Ese es el deal. From Miami Nights to the world we rise. Future bright in our eyes.
Desde la arena hasta la ciudad, education turned into propiedad. Brandon Ivey abrió el camino. Marnita, casa, fuerza y destino. Anthony moviendo la misión. Chante Kelly trae dirección. Dar el porter firme también. Community power. Otra vez from the classroom grind to the summit stage. We turn knowledge into generational page. No more waiting, we stepped in bold. Tokenized dreams turning into gold.
We rise together. Together we rise. Knowledge is power. Wealth in our lives.
We rise together, we rise. Together we rise together, we rise. Together rise together, we rise. Together we rise. We rise. We rise together, we rise. Together we rise together, we rise. Together rise together, we rise. Together we rise. We rise. Afrobeat bounce, them both tight. We celebrate the legacy tonight. From Africa to the Caribbean Sea. Global community energy. No suerte, es dedicación. Cada paso creó la nación. We studied, we built, we came this far. Now the future glowing like a star.
Move with the rhythm, feel the sound. We build this life from the ground. From belief to ownership flow. Global wealth now grow.
We rise together, we rise. Together we rise, together we rise. Together now rise, together we rise. Together we rise. We rise. We rise together, we rise. Together we rise, together we rise. Together now rise, together we rise. Together we rise. We rise. Oh, way, way. Yeah, 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 yeah. Way, way. Yeah, la, yeah, la, yeah. Yeah, la, yeah, la, yeah.
We rise together, we rise. Hands in the sky, eyes in the sky. Dreams ever die. It's their future, open wide. We touch tomorrow side by side. Together we rise. Together we rise. Together we rise. Together we rise. Together we rise.
We rise together, we rise. Together we rise, together we rise. Together we rise, together we rise. Together we rise. We rise. Together we rise. Together we rise, together we rise. Together we rise. Together we rise. Together we rise. We rise. ILCA.
Este Global Victoria.
Oye, ILCA. Al futuro del bloque pa'l chain. Montate.
Desde Miami a PR se sintió la vibra. La comunidad se encendió, aquí no hay quien se retire de la pantalla al mundo real. Sueños ya se hicieron gol y ILCA y estate pa' siempre de los ball. Hicimos historia, fiesta en cada esquina. Tocan en la mano, renta llena en la tarima. Mágica el tono, había esa puerta. Conocimiento, más estrategia, riqueza descubierta.
Sube el beat, siente el poder. Knowledge first, now we prosper. Sube el ritmo, no hay perder. Future bright, pura vida.
Puro, seguro, seguro.
Billete y blockchain, todo pa' la cima. ILCA, esto es la vida, se nos suspira la vida real. Pa' siempre en la senda, we taking over, esto nunca se acaba.
Billete y blockchain, el mundo celebra. De Miami a cualquier lugar, somos comunidad, familia y fe. This is wealth, dice.
No es suerte, es educación, futuro construido.
adelante.
Vamos relante.
Desde la playa
ILCA.
Ya en la playa futuro se siente mejor. ILCA dreams, we level up for sure.
y te quise ahora sin temor. We building wealth while we dance by the shore.
From Iron Eyes to the world we go. Billetes y blockchain, let the whole world know. Arena en los pies, pero mente en acción.
We moment con propósito de educación. Del aula hasta la orilla del mar. Guión cero, se Campruco
Arena en los pies, pero mente en acción. We moving con propósito de educación. Desde el aula hasta la orilla del mar. Y ella nos enseñó a prosperar. Tokenized dreams now flowing like waves. Future has its second, no more delay. Este estadio esa puerta pa' entrar. From beachside vibes to real estate power.
Siente el ritmo, mira el sol caer. We did the work, ahora podemos creer. Y esta es tu playa futuro, duro, se siente mejor.
ILCA dreams, we level up for sure.
Este te quise ahora sin temor. We building wealth while we dance by the shore.
From Miami Nice to the world we go. Billetes y blockchain, let the whole world know.
Yeah, yeah. No es suerte, es estrategia pura. Education turn into fortuna. We study hard, ahora celebramos. Under the palm trees, juntos avanzamos. Mike Hamilton path made clear. Partnership strong, future right here. We ain't just partying, we changing the game. Generational wealth, remember the name. From the classroom to the coast, from the vision to the toe. ILCA,
Este cubre futuro, puro. Hands in the sky. ILCA dreams never die.
Esta es tu playa futuro.
Duro, feel the sound. Knowledge lifted us off the ground. From the beach to the global stage, we just turned another page.
Tu playa futuro.
Duro,
Playa futuro.
duro,
Playa futuro.
duro,
Tu playa futuro.
duro.
Tu playa futuro.
We building well together.
Yeah. Desde el barrio hasta el blockchain. From the hood to the metaverse. Brandon Ivey. Marnita Casa. Azari. Anthony. Chante Kelly. Vamos real. Darre el porter. Esto no es suerte, es visión. ILCA. Estate. Global now. ILCA. We worldwide ahora. ILCA, we worldwide ahora. Estate tokenizando la zona. From Miami hasta Canadá. From Tokyo to Barcelona. ILCA, we worldwide ahora. Estate tokenizando la zona. From Miami hasta Canadá. From Tokyo to Barcelona. Desde 2010 mirando el futuro. Brandon Ivey vivió el oro en lo oscuro. No era moda, era movimiento. Educación primero, ese fue el fundamento. Bootcamp 5, comunidad creciendo. Biofer Satoshi, wallet protegiendo. Nacho Keys, no es tu dinero. Security first, ese es el sendero. Dembow vibra, Héctor es pesado. Blockchain abierto, sistema cambiado. No pedimos permiso, no hay intermediario. Finanzas libres, revolucionario. Manita Casa con visión divina. Reina conecta energía latina. Puertas abiertas, comunidad unida. Criptocultura cambiando la vida. ILCA, we worldwide ahora. Estate tokenizando la zona. From New York hasta Lagos. Fractional dreams sin límites ni paga. ILCA, we worldwide ahora. Estate tokenizando la zona. From New York hasta Lagos. Fractional dreams sin límites ni pagos. Real world, haces en el chain. Propiedad global, we break the chain. Fiesta grande, ritmo global. Ergue haciendo historia mundial. Anthony firme con la estrategia. Chante Kelly con mente maestra. Vamos real, moviendo estructuras. segura. We don't rent dream, we on the block. Ok, representando el top. 18 meses activo creciendo. Después 10% fluyendo. Binance Chain, infraestructura sólida, transparencia pública. Ledger sin lógica vieja. No hay fronteras, esto es real. Estate cambiando el capital. Dembow del futuro. Blockchain seguro. De cero a dueño. We build imperio. Coli tokenización, Coli revolución. Coli next generación, financial evolución. Coli tokenización, Coli revolución. Coli next generación, financial evolución. Yeah. ILCA, somos global. Estate capital real. Desde el barrio al palacio digital. Orgullo latino, orgullo mundial. Brandon Ivey con la visión clara. Barnita casa, energía rara. Anthony firme, chante preparada. Bohan y Darrell, estructura blindada. Era we worldwide ahora. Estate tokenizando la zona. From New York hasta Lego. Fractional dream sin límite ni pago. Panica será we worldwide ahora. Estate tokenizando la zona. From New York hasta Lego. Fractional dream sin límite ni pagos. Esto es historia. Esto es legado. Esto es comunidad. Estate. El futuro ya empezó. El futuro ya empezó. El futuro ya empezó. El futuro ya empezó. Oye, ILCA. Estate. Familia mundial. Oh, esa no vibra de victoria, se siente el poder. Y le sea y estate junto, crecer desde el sueño hasta la realidad. We build and well for the comunidad.
Virando vibra de victoria, manos al cielo, knowledge y visión. Rompiendo el suelo, del bloque al mundo ya se ve. Esta es la vida que construimos con fe.
Desde Miami hasta cualquier lugar, lo que aprendimos nos hizo avanzar. De las clases al mundo real. ILCA, flow internacional. Brandon Ivey marcó el camino. Estrategia firme, destino divino. Maldita casa, corazón y luz. Fuerza en la base que el mundo conduce.
Anthony moviendo la energía. Chante que le trae sabiduría. Darle el porte firme en la misión. Cada paso suma la visión. Yeah.
Sube el ritmo, mira el nivel. We built this life, we doing it well. Sube el ritmo, mira el nivel. We built this life, we doing it well.
Y esa es la vibra de victoria, se siente el poder. Y el sea y estate junto, crecer desde el sueño hasta la realidad.
We building well for the comunidad.
Ay, vibra de victoria, manos al cielo, knowledge y visión. Rompiendo el suelo, del bloque al mundo ya se ve. Esta es la vida que construimos con fe. Ay, 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 ay.
Estas puertas se abrieron ya. Token y renta, futuro real. Generational wealth sin temor. Educación fue nuestro motor. Comunidad fuerte, ritmo global. Celebrando juntos este nuevo nivel. No es suerte, es dedicación. Cada lección creo esta canción.
Unidad,
Comunidad.
ILCA,
ILCA.
estate. Era no vibra de victoria, todo se ve. ILCA power every day. Esta dreams we celebrate. This is well, y es nuestro fight. Era vibra de victoria, ritmo y fe. Brandon, Marnita, seguimos de pie. Anthony, Chante, Darrell también. Familia global, pa' siempre, amén.
ILCA. Victoria.
Victoria,
Victoria.
victoria, victoria.
Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our March edition of our ILCA 5-day challenge. My name is your Queen Connectress, Miss Marnie DeCasa, and I will be your humble hostess for today. Now, there is something that I always like to say, and that is we totally understand there are so many different things you could be doing with your time. My goodness. It's beautiful outside and it's the evening. Now, normally the nighttime is the right time for family and for preparation of the next day. So the fact that you guys decided to come on out and hear what we have to say, just know that makes us so very happy. So again, thank each and every one of you for being here. Now it's Friday, you guys. Monday is going to be the last day that we have together before the next challenge. And in fact, the next challenge won't be until May, I believe, because we're going to be in Las Vegas at the end of April. So it is so very important that if what you heard, what you learned throughout this week is resonating with you, if it made you feel some kind of way, if it put a fire in your belly to go out there, then you absolutely need to become a member, because we do this daily, you guys. And sometimes if you're in the Diamond membership, not only do you have the inner circle meetings Monday through Thursdays and then on Saturday mornings, but then you also have the Diamond classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. No, excuse me, on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Now, as somebody who has been here for the last 5 years, let me tell you something. It does not matter if you are somebody very new or if you are somebody who feels you're experienced. Like I said, I've been a student for the last 5 years, and every single time we have a 5-day challenge, I learn something new. You know why? Because I've grown. Every time we come back each month, I have grown in my career, in my knowledge. And so when I hear what we're learning through the 5-day challenge, even though it might seem like stuff that we've already heard so many times before, now I'm able to apply it to different things on different levels, especially with us being in e-estate, learning about stablecoins, learning about what is the blockchain, hearing about the river of money. So when I tell you, it is so very important that you continuously show up, no matter how much you think you already know. It is absolutely detrimental. And you can do that right now, today, by going to myilca.com, or definitely get back to the person who invited you, because we have wonderful affiliates out there that can help you on your journey and get you started on your path, like these wonderful VIPs that we have with us this evening. Hello, everybody. Thank you guys so very much for always being here, always showing up and showing out. Now, my VIPs, you guys should know the routine by now. Type your name and where you are from in the chat box. That way I get the opportunity to tell everybody who is on the Zoom call with us, and my lovely people on YouTube. Hello, babies. How are you? You guys, please, you as well, type your names and where you are from in the chat box. That way I get a chance to tell everybody who is here with us this evening. So let's go ahead and get started, because I know we want to get this evening started. First up is the beautiful Miss Judy E. coming in from Canada. Hello, Judy. Thank you so much for being here. I see we have the beautiful Miss Catherine Clement. Sweetheart, thank you so much for everything that you do for our community. We truly appreciate you. Miss Catherine is saying, good Friday, Grand Friday to everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I see the beautiful Miss Samantha Studebaker. Carl, this woman is doing a lot for the community as well. She has started a phenomenal book club. So if you or anyone in your family or any friends of yours love to read, would love to join a book club, all you got to do is just have them register for free, and they will have the opportunity to be a part of our book club. And me personally, let me tell you, it is freeing being able to go into that space and have open discussions and real discussions with people who truly care about you. So if you're interested, please let us know. I see Thomas T is in the house. Hi, Thomas. He's representing Huntsville, Alabama. It's always good to see you, sir. I see Miss Rita B is here, coming in from San Diego, California. Our first certified student, Miss Rita B. Thank you so much for being here and for being a part of our community. I see we have the lovely Miss Patty Geis representing San Diego as well. Hello, beautiful queen. Thank you so much for being here. Of course, Diamond Daisy's in the house. Hello, sweetheart. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. I see you, Tiny. Thank you so much for coming back and giving us that positive energy. We truly appreciate you, sweetheart. Of course, my love, Elton is here. There you are. Hi, sweetheart. Mwah. Thank you so much for being here, Elton. It's always good to see you. I see we also have Mr. Roosevelt is here. And let me just say this publicly to Roosevelt. Mr. Thurman is always sending me the most wonderful messages. Mr. Thurman, thank you so very much for not only the positivity that you are giving, but all those wonderful, kind words. I truly appreciate you, sir. Thank you. I see the I see the wonderful Leonard Long is in the house. Hello, Leonard. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. Rachel is here. Hi, Rachel. How are you, sweetheart? Of course, the lovely Doreen Buckner is here. Savi is here. Hello, beautiful. How are you? Of course, Carla Arrigo is here. She's representing St. Louis. Pedro is here. The family is here. So let's go ahead and get this party started. Again, thank each and every one of you for joining us on our March edition of the ILCA 5-Day Challenge. My name is your Queen Connectress, Miss Marnita Casa, and I will be your humble hostess for this evening. Now, it is my honor to introduce you all to a man that for over 25 years dominated the direct sales industry. His cryptocurrency education is used by companies and universities worldwide. Now, for over 9 years, he dedicated his life to learning about blockchain technology and digital finance, but he didn't just stop there. He decided to go out and share this information with the masses, and this was done by putting on fun and exciting Bitcoin boot camps nationwide at no cost. He has built thriving communities and wonderful platforms like you see before you now. He is also a strategic partner of eEstate and the CEO and founder of ILCA. So without further ado, it is my honor to introduce you all to Mr. Brandon Ivey.
All right, all right. Thank you for that introduction, Miss Casa, and giving it back to you. You know, it's hard. I have a busy schedule, and that the fact that you're able to keep up with that and be on time with all of these hosts, you rarely ever miss a time, and I never have to actually ask, are you going to be there? Are you going to be there? Are you going to be there? She's always there, right on time, making things happen, and it's not easy to me. She's a wife, she's a mother, she's got her own business, she's now a published author. Guys, see this? And she just got promoted to agent level 5 at eEstate. So that's a lot of hats to juggle there. And being my executive assistant, the COO of ILCA, and on all the meetings. I mean, Friday's supposed to be my day off. And this has been the busiest day of the week. I've had, I think, 5 Zooms or so today. And so it's just been back to back to back. But I'm not complaining because I love what I do. And being able to teach and reach out to all of you guys, and I do this for a living from home, is a great feeling. And the ability to teach you guys how to do the same thing is our goal and our mission. So thank you for all that you do, Miss Casa. And welcome everybody else, even those of you on YouTube. Pat yourselves on the back. I see you, Inez from Florida. Pat yourselves on the back because you made it through the entire week and you found enough value to still be here, even from day 1 all the way to day 5 on a Friday evening. It's easy for me. It's just 5 o'clock on where I am, but many of you guys like to go out and do whatever you need to do on Friday nights to entertain yourselves. So 8 p.m. Eastern time, the fact that you're still here to learn is not just showing appreciation for us, but it's about you and your ability and desire to want to learn more. So thank you guys for being here. I promise you I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet. Tonight, we're going to be talking about stable coins. And the reason why I'm choosing this course is because we realize in 2026 and beyond that the river of money is going to be flowing in 3 main industries. And some of these industries are overlapping with each other. As those of you on our Inner Circle Crypto Talk, we find out and we're hearing every single day. So the 3 industries is tokenization, stablecoins, and artificial intelligence. And tonight we're going to be talking about stablecoins. And I was actually wrong. You know, at the end of each year, I look and I try to project the next year and beyond. Where is the hot spots in the digital space? What is it? Because every year there's always like a flavor of the month or a flavor of the year. You can go back when we started ILCA, we only had 3 courses. We had Bitcoin 101, Crypto Advanced, and How to Trade Bitcoin and Cryptocurrency. And back in 2018, that was the hot thing at those times. The people wanted to know, after especially those that lost a lot of money already because they jumped into programs and didn't even know what Bitcoin was. So I said, let's create courses that's going to teach you about it. Bitcoin 101, Crypto Advanced, and then how to trade Bitcoin and crypto so you don't have to rely on these companies trading for you. You can learn the skill how to trade yourself. And then we added after that Internet of Things, decentralized finance, and NFTs because the years ahead, that was the hot thing. And then after that, we added, I was gonna go to myself. I know, not tokenization yet. NFTs, well, metaverse. We added metaverse, and we added artificial intelligence because at that time, and we added tokenization. That's right. It was metaverse, artificial intelligence, and tokenization. So I was ahead, about 2 years ahead on two of those with AI and tokenization. And I have to tell you, out of those three, the one that I saw the least was tokenization. We're now having a renewed sense of appreciation for it because of what's going on in the world right now. And then after that, I created three more courses dealing with last year. It was decentralization. By the way, because I have only released two of those courses and I have 15. So I will be releasing the rest of those with the stablecoin courses. But decentralization, let me think, decentralization, Web 3.0, well, that was one of the earlier ones. Decentralization, tokenization, and CBDCs. Not tokenization, decentralization, securities, and token and CBDCs. That's what we released last year. And I was wrong. I thought that 2025 was going to be the year of CBDCs. That's what I really thought. And based on all of my research, I wasn't wrong to think that way. Every single country on the planet, 97% of them, have either already started, they're investigating, have a pilot program, or already launched their own CBDC. What derailed this was really the 2024 presidential election in the United States. And you had two states, Texas and Florida, the governors who were adamant against CBDC. DeSantis even passed a law in Florida to try to make CBDCs illegal. And so, with that political push against CBDCs, it caused a domino effect around the world. United States, whether you like it or not, leads the way when it comes to technological advancement and where the focus is on. And when the United States put kind of halt on CBDC, a new industry arose in its place, and that's stablecoins. So we're now coming back full circle since I had already wrote this course. Just like this year, I'm going to have to write a new course, Tokenization 2.0. I'm probably going to have to write a new stablecoin course, Stablecoins 2.0, and I'm going to have to do artificial intelligence over again, AI 2.0. So that's where we are today. So I hope you guys are seeing this, how this trend and how we get to where we are right now. So what are stablecoins? Well, crypto's chat GPT moment. The emergence of stablecoins was a pivotal moment for the crypto industry. Governments, corporations, and retail users now recognize the advantages of streamlining the global financial system with blockchain technology. Crypto's evolution has proven that blockchains can serve as viable alternatives to traditional financial rails, enabling the digital native global real-time transfer of value, all through one unified ledger. That recognition, along with the global demand for US dollars, has created a unique opportunity to accelerate the convergence of crypto and traditional finance. Now, just keep in mind, too, this was written 2 years ago, okay? Stablecoins are at the intersection of that convergence, both for legacy institutions and for governments. Between the two, the key, wait a second, I'm throwing myself off. I didn't write this 2 years ago. This is brand new. Bear with me. This has been a long day. Okay. This is a brand new course I haven't released yet. I'm getting myself mixed up with my tokenization. So between the two, The key forces driving stablecoin adoption are legacy institutions seeking to remain relevant as the global payments landscape modernizes, governments seeking access to new debt holders to finance their deficits. Though motivated by different objectives, both governments and incumbent financial institutions know that they embrace stablecoins or risk losing influence as a financial paradigm shifts. Who was on you guys were here last night. What the article that we just read that just came out yesterday talking about tokenization, that it was going to bring a paradigm shift, a global financial paradigm shift. You remember that in the tokenization article? And look at this. Stable coins, that you must embrace it or risk losing influence as the financial paradigm shifts. So we see it happening in the tokenization, we see it with stable coins, and we already know artificial intelligence. That's a no-brainer. So recently, ARC's Director of Digital Assets Research, Lorenzo Valente, published a detailed paper on this topic. Stablecoins could become one of the U.S. government's most resilient financial allies. I'm going to say that again. Stablecoins could become one of the U.S. government's most resilient financial allies. Retail adoption has gained momentum. Now that stablecoins are no longer solely niche tools for crypto traders, instead they have become integral to cross-border remittances, DeFi, decentralized finance, and the primary means of dollar exposure in emerging markets with limited access to stable fiat currencies. That said, despite their growing utility and increased adoption, for many investors, the complex structures and mechanisms that underpin the stablecoin landscape are opaque. Understanding stablecoins. A stablecoin is a tokenized claim issued on a blockchain entitling holders to $1 of some asset, either on-chain or off-chain, backed by collateral reserves that are managed through traditional custodians or automated on-chain mechanisms and stabilized through peg arbitrage. Stablecoins are designed to absorb volatility and preserve parity with a target asset, typically USD or another fiat currency. So all the way up till recently, stablecoin was only used as a hedge against volatility in the crypto space. So in other words, if you've got Bitcoin and Bitcoin's worth $20,000 a coin, and you get wind that Bitcoin's about to drop down to $12,000, you can ride it all the way down and then just wait for it to come back up. Or you can do what I was good at doing. Remember, I always say I make more money when the market goes down than when it goes up, because of crypto talk. I kind of get wind that things are about to drop. So I do something, I call it the tether game. I really talked about this a lot way before I created ILCA, when I used to do crypto talk twice a day and for everybody. I'd play the tether game. I'd sell my Bitcoin and crypto into tether, not into my bank account. I kept it on chain, on digital. And then when Bitcoin dropped down, then I would take it from tether and I would buy back into Bitcoin. Now, why would I do that? I preserved my value when it was at $20,000. I bought back in with that same value at 12,000. And then Bitcoin went back up. Now I took the same value I had, but now I have more Bitcoin than I had before. Bitcoin goes up. I just made a boatload of money by playing the tether game. But the way stablecoins are going to be used now in the future is totally different. What I was doing was basic. The heavy skew toward US dollar denominated stablecoins is a byproduct of the product market fit stablecoins have found in giving synthetic dollar exposure to dollar scarce markets. By combining the stability of the US dollar with the cost efficiency and 24/7 accessibility of blockchains, stablecoins have emerged as both a compelling medium of exchange and a reliable store of value. That dynamic has been especially powerful in markets long plagued by currency instability and limited access to U.S. bank accounts. In that context, stablecoins effectively serve as digital on-ramps into dollar exposure, which is reflected by the regions with the fastest growing on-chain activity in 2025, which is APAC, the Asia Pacific, Latin America, and Sub-Saharan Africa. Now, the dollar for the first time in our lifetime, is being seriously challenged. We've never experienced this before until now, that there are going to be alternatives. Nothing on the horizon right now that can still challenge the dollar, but you don't need to have something that can challenge the dollar if other businesses and governments decide we're just not going to use it anymore. We don't need to have a competitor to it. We're just going to start doing transactions in a different denomination. And so you'd have less demand for the dollar is going to have a major impact on the dollar right now. But so far right now, the dollar is still the king outside of the digital space. Understanding stablecoins. Additionally, stablecoins have transformed the growth of crypto, especially DeFi, by introducing a liquid, low volatility unit of account. Without stablecoins, on-chain markets would have been forced to denominate trades in volatile assets like Bitcoin, Ether, or Solana, not only exposing users to price risk, but also lessening the practical use of DeFi. By offering the stability of dollar-pegged assets on-chain, stablecoins increase capital efficiency by improving both price discovery and on-chain trade settlements across DeFi protocols. Such stability and reliability are critical to the core infrastructure upon which these new financial markets depend. As a result, the specific peg mechanisms and reserve architecture that maintain those qualities are important to their resilience, especially during periods of market stress. Is this an asset or a debt instrument? Well, the underlying mechanisms and reserve architectures of stablecoins directly influence their economic and legal behavior. Different architectures come with distinct advantages and disadvantages in terms of regulatory compliance, censorship resistance, degree of crypto-native design, and/or control and stability. They also determine how a stablecoin functions and what risks, behaviors, and limitations a holder should expect. Such subtleties raise key questions about how a stablecoin should be understood, whether specific stablecoin types should be regarded as assets or debt instruments, as one example. In this context, a stablecoin can be thought of as an asset when the holder has direct legal ownership of the stablecoin or its backing reserves, thereby retaining enforceable rights even in issuer insolvency. A stablecoin acts more like a debt instrument when the issuer retains legal ownership of reserves and the holder has a contractual claim, effectively as an unsecured creditor. The distinction is determined by the issuer's legal design and how the reserve custody is structured. So if you look at the EST token, it more closely resembles a stablecoin than it does a crypto coin or token. What are the main difference? Oh, we haven't done this lesson publicly, but in Bitcoin 101, I have a lesson called Tokens and Coins. Do you know the difference? And then you have in NFTs where we talk about this. But the difference with a stable coin is the fact that it is tied to another asset. So just because you have what stable coin, does that mean you are in possession of $1? No, you're in possession of that stable coin. Because if the value drops, it's not $1. The issuer is holding the collateral. When you have an EST token, does that mean you own property? No. What it means is it means it is a contract that's chiseled on the blockchain that says you have the right to share in the revenue that that token is tied to. When we talked about last night tokenization, and imagine tokenization with your personal identity or medical records. See, that token is saying that I have access to this information. It's not the information in and of itself. I hope this is making sense and why you're going to start to see this integration with tokenization and stablecoin almost coming in together. So in this context, a stablecoin can be thought of as an asset when the holder has direct legal ownership of the stablecoin or its backing reserves, thereby retaining enforceable rights even in issuer insolvency. A stablecoin acts more like a debt instrument when the issuer retains legal ownership of reserves and the holder has only a contractual claim, effectively as an unsecured creditor. The distinction is determined by the issuer's legal design and how the reserve custody is structured, which is why there's no one definition of tokenization. Many different projects are going to be doing and using tokenization in a different way. There's no one exact way of stablecoins, which is why every business is going to create their own stablecoin. PayPal has their own, BlackRock has their own, Trump has his own. Pop quiz. What is Trump's stablecoin called? Type it in the chat box. Who knows? What is a Trump stablecoin? The classification depends primarily on who controls the reserves that back the token and whether that party is legally obligated to honor redemptions. While most issuers might intend to fulfill redemptions even under stress without a clear legal obligation or user control reserves, the token functions more like a debt instrument. This distinction determines whether holders retain enforceable rights to the underlying collateral in a worst case scenario. Pedro, Judy, and Rita got it right. USD1. That's the Trump stablecoin. Such structures are often deliberate, based on the region, target market, or specific utility for which the stablecoin is optimized. Even so, the variance in legal structures can introduce subtle differences that translate into meaningful trade-offs to the token holder. Notably, this is one of many interesting examples in which both intentional and non-intentional architectural differences can give rise to meaningful consequences for the stablecoin and the investor. Why they matter. For daily transactions and commerce, stablecoins are revolutionizing how we move money around the globe. Traditional international transfers can take days and cost a fortune in fees, while credit card processors charge merchants hefty purchases. Stablecoins solve these problems by enabling near instant transfers worldwide at minimal cost. Whether you're paying for services, sending money to family abroad, or setting up recurring payments, they provide the perfect blend of digital efficiency and price stability. For traders, traders love stablecoins because they're a safe place to park money between trades, all while staying on the blockchain. No more hassle of converting back to dollars and moving money off exchanges. Plus, many stablecoins offer seriously competitive yields, and this is brand new, through DeFi protocols, beating traditional banking rates by a mile, which is why banks are scared to death of stablecoins. And they're screaming bloody murder to Congress right now that we need to get rid of and not allow these yields in stablecoins. That's what's holding up the Clarity Act. What keeps a stablecoin stable? Every stablecoin uses a mechanism designed to keep its price steady, much like how central banks work to maintain stable national currencies. These mechanisms vary in complexity and reliability, from simple dollar backing to sophisticated algorithms. When evaluating different stablecoins, understanding these stability mechanisms is crucial because they determine how well the coin will hold its value during market stress. Think of it like this. A stablecoin is only as good as its ability to maintain its peg. The strongest stablecoins have proven they can stay stable even during crypto market crashes or high volume trading days. The weaker ones might work fine in normal conditions, but risk breaking their peg when markets get turbulent. The market today. The stablecoin market has become a cornerstone of the crypto ecosystem, now representing $224 billion in value as of February 2025. As blockchain technology continues to reshape finance, stablecoins serve as a crucial bridge between traditional currency and digital innovation. So how do they work? Let's look at the four main types of stablecoins and what makes each one unique. You have fiat-backed, crypto-backed, commodity-backed, and algorithmic stablecoins. Each has its own pros and cons depending on what you're looking for. Fiat-backed stablecoins. So fiat-backed stablecoins are crypto coins backed by traditional currency like the US dollar. The value of a coin is pegged in the value to the value of a US dollar in a 1-to-1 ratio. Theoretically, all fiat-backed stablecoin issuers should hold 1 US dollar in reserve for each coin that has been issued. And when a coin is exchanged for an equivalent US dollar, the coin must be removed from circulation, which is burned. In this manner, stablecoin issuers can control the coin supply in response to demand. Fiat-backed stablecoins are both simple and popular. The largest fiat-backed stablecoins are Tether by Tether Limited, USD Coin, USDC by Circle and Coinbase, Binance USD by Binance, Gemini Dollar by Gemini. Here's a pop quiz. Who are the movers behind Gemini? Some of you guys took pictures with them in Vegas last year. And Pax Dollar, USDP by Paxos. Because these stablecoins are pegged directly to the US dollar and could potentially affect the value of the dollar, they are more regulated than many of the other types of stablecoin. In fact, USDC, GUSD, and USDP are audited by independent accounting firms. That's right, the twins who created Facebook. Oh, was it Mark Zuckerberg or was it the Winklevoss twins? Huh. Who saw that movie? Depending on your perspective, the regulatory environment surrounding fiat-backed stablecoins may be considered a positive or a negative. Some consider government regulation as a positive because it leads to increased transparency. However, others disagree, arguing that government regulation introduces external control into the blockchain network. So while fiat-based stablecoins offer advantages, such as relative stability and limited price fluctuation, their existence also violates many of the principles adopted by blockchain purists. For example, the companies that issue fiat-backed stablecoins maintain central control over the supply side of the coin. So when you hear a stablecoin, that does not mean it is a crypto coin. It is a digital coin. So when you go through our training, you will understand the difference. There are digital tokens and coins, and there are crypto coins and tokens. There's a difference. One is centralized. If it's crypto, that means it's decentralized, not controlled. So for the longest time, people always argue, is XRP, is that a digital token or is it a crypto token? XRP will tell you that it's crypto. Blockchain purists will tell you that it's digital, that Ripple controls it. So this dichotomy has led some to question whether fiat-backed stablecoins are even a viable concept within the blockchain network. After all, cryptocurrency was created to replace fiat money, not to embrace it. And that I also do not agree with. It wasn't that crypto was created to replace it. It was created to give us an alternative, us the ability to do transactions without having to worry about the government or a bank. They can work side by side, not replace it. Here are some of the pros and cons of fiat-backed stablecoins to keep in mind. Pros: relatively stable with mild price fluctuations, transparency, backed by actual assets and bank accounts, simple and easy to understand. The cons: government regulation, centralized, concern that some companies don't have all the USD they claim, and violates core blockchain principles, which I still challenge that. Let's talk about crypto-backed stablecoins. Crypto-backed stablecoins use cryptocurrency as collateral instead of fiat money. The exchange process from crypto to stablecoin and vice versa is executed with the help of many smart contracts. For example, when purchasing a crypto-backed stablecoin, you lock your cryptocurrency into a smart contract to obtain tokens of equal or less representative value. You can then put your stablecoin back into the same smart contract to withdraw your original collateral amount. Crypto-backed stablecoins are typically over-collateralized, meaning that excess crypto is held in reserve to back up each stablecoin. Now, why would you have excess crypto? Because crypto goes up and down in price. It's not like the stablecoins backed by the dollar where it's consistent. So if it goes up, great. If it goes down, they have extra funds that can cover that if you're going to withdraw. So this is necessary to protect against volatility. For example, cryptocurrency worth $1 million might be held in reserve in order to purchase $500,000 worth of a stablecoin. In this instance, the value of the crypto could decline by 50% and not affect the price stability of the stablecoin. In my opinion, crypto-backed stablecoins is going to outlive fiat-backed stablecoins. At some point, the dollar's purchasing power of that dollar is not going to be worth nothing, and you're losing money by keeping it in a fiat-backed stablecoin, just like losing money if you're keeping your money in a savings account. So I'm already prepared for the moment I see things going down to switch from the fiat backed type stable coins into like a Bitcoin backed stable coin or gold backed stable coin. The largest crypto backed stable coin is DAI. Created and maintained by the Maker Protocol, DAI is pegged to the US dollar and is run entirely on the blockchain. It is built on the Ethereum chain and uses several types of crypto as collateral, such as Ethereum and USDC. It also runs on the Polygon chain, but it was built on the Ethereum chain. The primary benefit of using DAI is that it is decentralized and autonomous, meaning that there is not a single person or company that can control it. Additionally, it is built on-chain and does not require users to move their assets off the blockchain to gain price stability. Due to the decentralized and autonomous nature, DAI is also less susceptible to government regulation. For these reasons, DAI is the stablecoin of choice for many blockchain purists. However, crypto-backed stablecoins like DAI do come with some potential downsides. Crypto-backed stablecoins have made significant progress toward achieving price stability, but they have not eliminated the risk of volatility. A rapid devaluation of the collateral cryptocurrency could still threaten the stability of a coin like DAI. In fact, DAI nearly unpegged from the US dollar in March 2020 when Ethereum lost a third of its value in a single night. Similarly, crypto-backed stablecoins are not immune to price fluctuations. DAI has ranged in price from $1.10 to 90 cents during brief periods. This is also why in Crypto Talk we're covering the geopolitics stuff, because if Donald Trump decides to do a crazy tweet on a Friday afternoon, that's going to impact all the markets and a token like DAI. Here's the pros and cons of crypto-backed stablecoins to keep in mind. Pros: it's decentralized, autonomous, on-chain, simple and easy to understand. Here's the cons: still susceptible to crypto volatility, price fluctuations, and potential to become unpegged. Violates core blockchain principles, which I still challenge that too. Commodity-backed stablecoins. Commodity-backed stablecoins differ from other types of stablecoin in that they use commodities rather than currency as collateral. Typically, the collateral is a precious metal such as gold, silver, or palladium. However, there are also stablecoins that use real estate and oil as well. There's a war going on right now. What is that doing to the value of the price of oil? Choom, it's precious. The most popular type of commodity-backed stablecoins use gold as collateral, as the administrators of the coin store gold bars in bank vaults or security deposit boxes for coin holders. For example, stablecoins such as Paxos Gold, Tether Gold, and Perth Mint Gold are pegged so that One coin is equal to 1 ounce of gold, and coins are redeemable for currency or a physical amount of gold. Pax gold can be redeemed for gold bars in the United Kingdom, XAUT in Switzerland, and PMGT in Australia. Unlike fiat and crypto-backed stablecoins, commodity-backed stablecoins are collateralized by a tangible asset with real value. And ideally, the selected commodity should increase in value over time. And gold, for example, has a long history as a currency reserve, having served that purpose basically since the beginning of time. Commodity-backed stablecoins also have some negatives to keep in mind. However, all commodities fluctuate in price over time, which might make it difficult to predict the value of commodity-backed stablecoins into the future. The people are going to start using commodity-backed stablecoins as a store of value, the same way people are using Bitcoin for that right now, not for day-to-day internet transactions. People are using fiat-backed stablecoins for that. Physical commodities other than real estate also require storage. Storage and other fees can sometimes diminish or eliminate the profits that holding the commodity over the long term might otherwise produce. And finally, a commodity like gold can be fairly easy to fake with tungsten, for example, especially if the stablecoin holder does not have the expertise required to tell the difference between precious metals of similar appearance. Here's the pros and cons of commodity-backed stablecoins. Pros: tangible asset with real value. Typically increases in value over time. Long history as currency reserve. Centralized and off-chain. The cons: price fluctuates, storage and other fees, and easily faked. Let's talk about algorithmic backed stablecoins. As the name implies, algorithmic stablecoins use an algorithm to maintain price stability. The exchange process from crypto to stablecoin and vice versa stays on the blockchain and is self-executing through the use of smart contracts. Like many of the other stablecoins mentioned previously, algorithmic coins are most commonly pegged to the US dollar. But unlike the other types of stablecoin that depend on collateral to maintain their price, algorithmic stablecoins accomplish stability by manipulating the supply of total coins in circulation. Typically, the algorithm will remove coins from circulation by purchasing them when the coin price drops too low and increase coin supply when the price rises too high. It is important to note that some algorithmic stablecoins are also collateralized. For example, the previously mentioned DAI coin is both controlled by an algorithm and uses cryptocurrency as collateral. The most popular algorithmic stablecoins available today are DAI by MakerDAO, Magic Internet Money, Frax, and May. The primary benefits provided by these coins involve their decentralized and trustless nature. Smart contracts control the currency exchange. The algorithm maintains the peg, and the entire process exists on chain. Theoretically, algorithmic stablecoins are less exposed to human error and human intervention as compared to some of the other types of stablecoin. Here's another pop quiz. Which stablecoins cannot be frozen in your wallets? Type that answer in the chat box. As a result, algorithmic stablecoins are preferred by many blockchain purists. Unfortunately, they have some structural weaknesses that have led to the problems. As the demise of Terra USD clearly showed, algorithmic stablecoins can become unpegged when demand falls rapidly. Small movements away from the US dollar peg can lead to panic selling and eventual collapse as a result of the negative PR surrounding the UST demise that was caused by who? The gangster of crypto, CZ, the founder of Binance. He caused all that. Pedro's got it right. DAI, LUSD, and Frax. Pedro, yeah, hey, when you going to get yourself ILCA certified? I think you're going to pass all the tests. You're getting this. Okay. The pros and cons of algorithmic backed stablecoins to keep in mind. Pros: decentralized, autonomous, on chain, cutting edge tech. The cons? More likely to collapse, highly complex and difficult to understand, subject to attacks by malicious users, government regulation likely in the future. Let's talk about yield-bearing stablecoins, and this is what the banks are afraid of. A new category of stablecoins is emerging with the creation of yield-bearing stables. Unlike traditional stablecoins that simply hold value, these stablecoins generate returns for holders by earning yield from on-chain lending, staking, or other yield-generating mechanisms. The most notable example is what? PayPal's PYUSD, which is my choice of training on the e-estate platform for onboarding. A fully regulated stablecoin backed by US dollar deposits and short-term treasuries, designed to offer both price stability and potential returns. For businesses, yield-bearing stablecoins create new opportunities for treasury management and capital efficiency. Instead of holding idle cash, companies can park funds in stablecoins that generate passive yield while maintaining liquidity for operations. DeFi protocols like Aave, Compound, and MakerDAO also offer enterprise grade lending and borrowing solutions for stablecoins. Oh, I'm having a flashback. Do you know how long it took me to record this one slide? I think it was about 20 minutes. I had to do it over and over and over again. I kept getting tongue-tied. DeFi protocols like Aave, Compound, and MakerDAO also offer enterprise-grade lending and borrowing solutions for stablecoins, further expanding their utility beyond payments and trading. However, these stablecoins come with their own risks, including regulatory uncertainty, regional restrictions, and potential exposure to the performance of underlying assets. Businesses must carefully assess risk profiles, particularly when using them for long-term treasury strategies. In conclusion, for the reflective investor, stablecoins cannot be dismissed as curiosity or a passing fad. The passage of the Genius Act provides an opportunity for deeper reflection on the direction that payments will take in the coming years as stablecoins play a more central role. Stablecoins will increasingly serve as their connective tissue as the digital and traditional financial systems entwine. We keep hearing that word. We heard it again just yesterday. It is incumbent upon investors to assess the externalities, both positive and negative, and make predictions about where and how this asset class will evolve. At the very least, investors should dive deeper into this fascinating technology, which we already have courses on, I just haven't released them yet, assess their risk tolerance, and inform themselves of the opportunities stablecoins provide. The future of money is in flux. Hear that? The future of money is in flux. Now is the time to make a plan. And those of you that are our Diamond members, you've already been exposed to 3 stablecoin courses. This coming Tuesday, we're going to do the 4th. I forgot which one it is, but this Tuesday night, we're going to do the 4th course. So be ready for that. You want to be a Diamond member. As a disclaimer, this information is intended for educational and training purposes only and should not be construed as investment advice. As with all financial decisions, you should contact your licensed financial advisor before investing in any financial instrument. And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the end of our. Oh, wait. Speak of the devil. Let me pull that right back up. Did you guys see that? Screen 2. Who are y'all right there? Me with the Winklevoss twins. We don't just talk the talk. We walk the walk. All right. Now, before I turn it on over to Miss Casa to do Q&A, and as a special, I'm going to keep the YouTube link open because it's not that many of you, and you guys have gutted this out all week to still be here. So I'm going to let you guys watch the Q&A. We did not do Q&A last night, so if you have any questions about tokenization from last night and stablecoins for tonight, now's the time for you to be able to share that. So with that, let me turn it on over to you, Miss Casa, for the Q&A.
Okay, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. All right, this is my favorite part of the session is when we get a chance to ask questions. So there are three things that we do ask of you. The first one is please do not unmute your mic until you are asked to do so. The second one is we do ask for two questions unless there is time for more. And the third one is the most important. There are no silly questions. So if you have an aha moment or a question, please raise your hand and I will call on you. Okay, I see we're educated. All right, back to you, Mr. Ivy.
Very good, very good. All right. Well, what's going to happen next? Well, Monday night, we're going to be doing our recap call. And right at the recap call is going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern. Right after the recap call, we're going to be having our next five-figure club meeting right after that at 9 p.m. Eastern on Monday night. So make sure those of you that's in the five-figure club get prepared and get ready for that for Monday. Tomorrow, for those of you that you've gone through this entire week, and you say to yourself, wow, I thought that this information was valuable. I actually am ready to learn more. We invite you to join our ILCA community. More than just, being a part of the inner circle. We will be doing an ILCA presentation tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific on bbcryptochallenge.com. www.bbcryptochallenge.com. Miss Casa is actually going to be the one leading this call tomorrow to break down what ILCA is all about. So that's going to be tomorrow. And after she's finished, those of you in the inner circle saw that we had an article yesterday and it was titled, yeah, I didn't close it yet. It was titled, How a Seed Phrase Leak Led to a $176 million Bitcoin theft case. So I definitely want to read that, and I'm going to read it in front of all of you guys. So after Ms. Casa is finished with that. And those of you, no, that's about it for that. Then after that, I'm off. I'm not going to be able to do any three-way calls or anything for the rest of Saturday and Sunday. I got to take some time off. And we will be back Monday morning for Inner Circle Crypto Talk and a full day for Monday. So thank you guys for being here. And I hope that you learned from this whole month. We will not be doing the 5-day challenge for April because we're going to be at the Blockchain Expo, which means the next 5-day challenge won't be until the month of May, and that will be the week of May 25th through May 29th. That will be our next 5-day challenge. So we're going to be off for the month of April. So with that, thank you, Ms. Casa, for being a hostess. Thank you, everybody else, for being participating. That'll give you guys time to become ILCA certified so you can have brand new music that I can play for you as well and be prepared to become an ILCA coach so you'll be able to help out on the ESA side. How many of you guys saw the interview that Mr. Von Morel just did with me today? And he said something very important because you know what he does? He handles a lot of customer service calls for e-estate. And he's saying how he is hearing the number one problem is not that people don't want to be involved, they get all excited. But then when they see that, oh, I got to get it with crypto, I got to buy this, I got to do that, it's too complicated. I don't know what to do. Therefore, I'm not going to be involved. And they don't tell you this, but he's hearing it on the customer support side. So that is why we're going to be having our coaches in place. I'm going to be putting you guys in position to earn some extra income because there's going to be people that need their hand held, and I'm only one person, and I can't be on Zoom with everybody. Only 24 hours in a day. And there's only, how many of you were on the financial report call that I did earlier? And did you see the numbers for 2025? We have less than 6,000 e-estate buyers and agents. Less than 6,000. What do you think that's going to look like when there's 250,000 and these people need help? So you're going to want to be a coach. So I'm putting you in position for a great opportunity for that as well. So, all right. So thank you guys for being here tonight. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm going to be go get my wing stop. Enjoy the rest of the night. And I'll see you guys in the ILCA presentation tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Vote. Vote for me. Miss Costa, do you got that link to drop in the chat box? You can vote every day. That's okay. I think I got it right in front of me too. Right here. Entrepreneur of Impact. Entrepreneur of Impact. There you go. We're in competition for ILCA to get a $25,000 plan. We're going to be able to do a lot with that, with this community, with that. So please, on a daily basis, I think voting is up in 6 days left. And I'm currently, let me refresh screen and I'll share screen so you guys can see this. I am currently number 1 in my group. So I guess it's going to be different group phases. See this? The first cut is on Thursday, the 2nd of April at 7 p.m. So yeah, go ahead and vote. Let me see who is that young kid still number 2? Yeah, 21-year-old Max Loesch is number 2. Marnita, did you see what I sent you earlier? The winner of last year? Yeah, do you have that link in front of you real quick? Just pull that because I want to kind of show and that actually, do they have that here? No. But if you post that link for me in the chat box, and then I will pull that up real quick. It's only like 30 seconds. Show this, but yeah, this is who I'm in competition with right now. All of these other entrepreneurs, and this is also those of you in the 5-figure club. We're putting you in position to be this as well because we're going to teach you how to be a business. How to be a business. All right. I would take you up on that, Judy, on the next round. If I drop below first place, then I'll be executing that game plan. Here was last year's winner from vision to victory behind the scenes. Take a look at this. I see what they do. Whoever wins, they fly him out somewhere and they do the whole thing with the check and all that. If I win that, I'm stunting. This will be one out time I will flex.
Okay,
We
you
do something like
actually
that.
get it's not just they fly you out, Brandon Ivey. They are actually doing a spread about you and your story in Entrepreneur Magazine.
Haha.
That's, yeah, the 25,000 is great, but that spread in Entrepreneur
Oh,
Magazine,
that's worth more than
you better
$25,000.
believe it. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, yeah. I'll be stunting on that one. If we happen, that happens. So you can vote every day. So please make sure you guys vote. All right, with that, enjoy the rest of your evening and weekend, and I'll see you guys on the ILCA presentation tomorrow morning. Brandon Ivey.